Hello and welcome to Icons of the UAE. I am Shruti and today we explore the secret of a family-run business which is super successful, hopping aboard a legacy brand. A brand that is a household name today, not just in India but across the globe. And today we get to meet the man who is behind its international growth and expansion. The man whose vision took emami to 75 countries and counting. Please welcome the director of emami, Mr. Prashant Goenka.
From the very childhood, one thing which was been taught to us is about business. So at the very early age, whenever I used to have a free time, my father, my uncle, they always told us that come to office, see what we are doing. Then I went abroad for my higher studies. That time one thought used to always come in mind that why emami is not in the international market. The fear of failing was always there. Being an Indian company, getting into the international market itself was a big challenge. We started exporting from India, but that was an export business. But second country which I actually came was UAE. So that experience which was there today, it has made us reach to 75 countries. Emami is not only about skincare business. We are a diversified group of companies. We are into paper industry, edible oil, spices, chain of pharmacies, and we are into art business as well. Today, if I would say the universe out here is a 5,000 outlet, we probably will be there in 90% of the outlet for sure.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
So, sabse pehle, what is your journey like?
So I was born in the most humble and a large family in Goenkas in Calcutta. The family focus was always about good education and values as the children we got in our house. I graduated from University of Wales College of Cardiff in UK. I did my diploma, I did my master's over there. And after that, I got into the business. From the very childhood, one thing which was been taught to us is about business. That like, you are a businessman's son, and probably you also need to become a businessman. So at the very early age, when I would say I was 14 or 15, that time whenever I used to have a free time, my father, my uncle, they always told us that come to office, sit with us, see what we are doing. It's not about that you have to do business right now, but just see what we guys are doing. So the training started at that time, started from a sales, marketing and all this thing. Then I went abroad for my higher studies, which I mentioned. But at that time, one thought used to always come in mind that why emami is not in the international market. So with that thought in mind, I changed my subject and I got into international business, so that I can learn what is the culture in international business and how international marketing is done. So when it got over, I joined a company over there for 6 months. I got a training done over there as well. And then I moved back to India. After moving back to India, I asked my father back in, tell me something which I want to start new and you will allow me to get into that. And while talking, it came out that why not international business, because I studied out there. I was very passionate to make sure that emami products are there in the international market.
So when you decided to eventually move into the international market, which was the first place you decided to shop?
So the first country was Russia.
Okay.
But that is where we lost money. So I got into Russia back again. But Russia was not a very safe zone in 1998 still. So we started exporting from India, but that was an export business. But then the second country which I actually came was UAE.
Okay.
This country I entered in, I saw that there is an Indian diaspora and there were locals out here. So we thought that because of the Indian people, they know the Indian brand. So it will be easy for me to tap the Indian diaspora out here. And that's where I started the business. So the journey started out there getting into UAE. And I went to the Al Ras market out here, which is called as a wholesale market. I opened a shop over there. And the shop was only selling emami products. So I literally used to sit over there. The idea was to learn that how do people sell over here. So after 4 years, we came out with a very innovative product, which was fair and handsome for men. And we started selling that product also from that store. And it was spread all around. Then the big distribution houses, they started coming and approaching us. And that's where we got into a distribution channel over here. Today, if I would say that the universe out here is a 5,000 outlet, we probably will be there in 90% of the outlet for sure. There was always a dream of acquiring a brand. Okay, I literally worked for that brand for 8 years to acquire it.
Wow.
And we acquired that brand by the name of Cream 21, which is a German brand. Believe me or not, the day I acquired the brand, the very next day, when we went to their office, all the people, they knew us. Because for the last 8 years, we did so much of work along with their people, with the consumers. So it was very easy transition phase for us, where overnight we just acquired the brand. And that brand is a big brand in the international market for us. So that is another thing which we got it. But during the COVID time, we learned a new way of marketing, which is bringing in products which are made for you. So we are getting into new brands for the international market, which is going to be launched very soon out here. Okay, and Ayurveda is one category where we are getting into a very big way. Both in India we are very big, but internationally also we are getting into a very big way to take it forward.
So you can go international, but how do you penetrate the market? We want to find out, but after this break on Icons of the UAE. Welcome back after the break. So you could enter an international market, but how do you penetrate it?
So one of the most important thing what we did was we came closer to the market first. Yeah, we were a completely Indian-centric company,
right,
where the entire manufacturing was based out there in India. So we came to the countries which were focus countries, and we started our manufacturing, or started getting the product manufactured from an OEM manufacturer. So today, out of the entire 100% of our manufacturing, 75% of our goods are manufactured overseas, starting from Germany to UAE to Thailand to Indian subcontinent. So we all moved, spread ourselves in different parts of the world, where the manufacturing played a very important role. But penetrating a market is about understanding the consumer, that what product do you want to really come out with, okay? And do you have that scalability in terms of distribution or not? So we got all the partners who were the right partners, which they can make our product reach to the outlet. So the production played a role being close to the market. The distribution partner played a role of distributing the product into the outlets. And that's where the marketing played an important role, where we have hit the market with the right consumers. As I mentioned earlier, from the Indian diaspora, we started moving to the local people out there, because at the end of the day, local people, they can bring in the maximum business.
Correct.
So we started understanding them. We did a lot of research in understanding what a local people they would like to buy the product for. So that research was being done, and that's where we understood, came out with the right product, and we started penetrating in.
So what were the challenges that you faced the most in the initial phase?
A lot, actually a lot.
Okay.
You know, being an Indian company, getting into the international market itself was a big challenge. If you want to go into different countries, you have to understand the consumers first. Okay, so understanding a consumer was a big challenge. But a good part was that with every failure, okay, we corrected things very fast and moved ahead in the market. So the challenges were there, okay, to overcome this thing. But the challenges were in India as well, where to manufacture the goods and service them on time, okay, was a nightmare. Because I was spreading in countries, okay, from 1 to 10, 10 to 15. So every country had a different need. That's where later on we realized that let's go to the closer to the market and service them. So the challenges were there, but we learned. We learned with every challenge.
Fantastic. Sir, in this entire journey, who were your support system?
My uncle, Mr. R.S. Agarwal, he is emeritus chairman of Emami. My another uncle, Mr. R.S. Goenka, he is also emeritus chairman of Emami. They both have been my mentor. I have learned everything from them. While talking about them, my father, who is a hard worker, he always taught me that don't look for recognition. Okay, you will get it automatically, but keep on working hard. But that is what you are supposed to do. And my late mom, who has taught me a lot about emotions, that emotionally how can you connect with your consumers? That's the most important thing. So these four people, I would primarily say that they were the role model. On the other part is Mr. Sanjay Khosla. He is a mentor, he is a professional. He is a mentor who taught me one thing in life, that aim big. You never know when you're going to achieve it. Okay? But if your path is right, you will achieve that goal. Okay? You might be late by a year or two. That does not change too much. But keep on aiming big and you will achieve it. So still I follow the same thing. The second inspiration I would say, or the support system, is my wife, Pooja. When I got married, I told her that I'm going to start a new business. Literally 8 to 9 months in a year I'm going to be away from you. So would you be able to accept it? See, for 10 years of that journey, she stood like a pillar for me. And she had no complaints. She supported me all the time to pursuing this business. And it worked actually. Along with that, the people who are working for me, they have guided me actually. They have guided me for the international part of it, because I have got more than 90% of the people who comes from overseas countries. Okay, so they have guided me how to manage the situation. Okay, emotionally with the people. Okay, and how to be logical about it. So they have been a big support for me as the entire team which is there.
So 28 years of your career with Emami, what are your biggest learnings?
Patience, the most important thing. At the same time, trust. Have trust on your people. Okay, and as I belong to a big family which is there, I have learned one thing is that compromise is a very important thing, and to be united, cost of compromise is very less. Okay, so therefore you have to compromise to some extent, but that unity part is very, very important. And that's what today Emami stands for, that two business partners who are there. Second generation has taken over. Third generation has gone into it. With the system what we have made in the organization, it's growing. It's growing. So unity is very, very important.
So like you mentioned that unity is very, very important. One thing that you feel will take Emami to the next level?
Be together. Be together. That's the biggest mantra, I would say. Because we are becoming more larger in the family system.
Right.
So we guys are together. If we have got one voice, I think we can win everything.
So you also mentioned that you hire a lot of people overseas as well. What do you look in them?
First of all, whether they are connected to the consumer or not. Do they understand their consumer or not? Okay, if they understand the consumer, half of my battle is won out there.
Correct.
Okay, but then I don't need to reinvent the wheel back again. So we have got very strong, I would say, HR system, okay, which supports me and to the people as well. Right. So connecting with the consumer is the most important thing.
That's a very interesting approach you have, sir. But for now, it's time for us to take a short break on Icons of the UAE. Welcome back to Icons of the UAE. Sir, we have already spoken too much about your corporate life. Now we want to know you personally. What do you like to do in your leisure time?
So like health is the most important thing. So I exercise a lot every day.
Okay.
Other than that, I take out time, which is the most passionate thing for me is cooking.
Cooking?
I cook literally every day. My breakfast is made by me.
So which is your favorite food that you cook?
So Japanese used to be one of my favorite,
Okay.
which I used to cook. But nowadays, it's about egg.
Okay.
In the morning, I cook my own egg.
Nice. Okay. If you were to travel, which is your favorite destination that you'd love to
Paris.
travel? Paris. Okay.
France is the country I love.
Okay.
Okay, because it's full of fashion. But along with France, I like to explore countries like a continent like Africa. Okay, a country like Ethiopia is very close to my heart.
Okay.
Okay, because people are very nice out there. In a similar way, some other part of Africa, which is the eastern part of Africa, I love to travel. I like wildlife. So I think that is one of the best part. That is one of the best thing in the world, to go and watch wildlife in Africa. So Africa is a continent, but as a country, I would say France.
Any new businesses you are looking to expand into?
So just to let you know that Emami is not only about skincare business. We are a diversified group of companies where we are into paper industry, we are into edible oil, we are into spices, we are into chain of pharmacies, and we are into art business as well. You're like talking about all of these businesses as well. We are looking into diversifying, or probably we have invested in startup companies, which is the new age business, where we are connected to the consumer much more faster with the new ideas. So Emami has put in a sizable amount of money into the startup companies, where either those are part of the company now, or probably gradually they're going to become part of the company. So that is one business where it is there. Number two, while talking about it, technology has become a very important thing for us, both internally to the business itself and connecting with the consumer also. So as per technology, we are connecting with the consumers. That's a new thing where we are getting into it. Out there, AI will play a very, very important role. Because skincare and AI, a lot of work has started happening in the international market. Okay, so we are working on those lines as well.
Now we're going to move to a rapid fire where I have a series of questions and one word answer from you. Your favorite food?
Japanese.
If not in Dubai, where would you like to set up your business?
Nowhere. Dubai.
Nowhere. Your favorite designer?
Giorgio Armani.
Your favorite musician?
So can I say 2-3 names?
Yeah, sure.
My wife.
Okay.
She's super musician. My son, he sings very well.
Okay.
Other than these two people, Brian Adams and Arijit Singh.
All right. And your favorite brand name?
Louis Vuitton.
Okay. So you have been in this country for such a long time. What does UAE mean to you?
UAE is a place which is a dream for millions of people. Okay, my heart stays in Dubai because it has welcomed me every time. Okay, the business where I am in, it is because of UAE. Because the vision out here of the leaders is great. Okay, whenever I come over here, I go with in a mind that can I be a visionary like them. So this place is I would say the most promising place and the fastest growing country, and the country which grows the fast, and you get a space out there, you'll always admire that country. So I literally admire this country.
You have made a lot in your life. You are super successful. Do you do anything for the society to give back?
For the society, yes, because if we don't do for the society, then probably we are not, our existence is not there. So the commitment of giving back to the society is deeply integrated in the Emami corporate DNA.
Okay.
Yeah, not only in India, but overseas also we do a lot. And the undeveloped market, okay, we have done quite a lot of activities out there, starting from children education, focusing on healthcare and skill development. We have done outside India as well, but India we do a lot out there actually.
Any advice you would like to give to young entrepreneurs?
My advice for the young entrepreneurs would be dream big, never give up, learn from your failure, celebrate your small victories, and be very passionate of what you are doing.
So lastly, Emami is a very strong brand. What do you do to keep yourself relevant in such a competitive market?
Learn.
Learn.
Keep on learning. Keep on studying. Keep on being closer to the consumers. Okay, these I would say are, and be fast actually. Be fast, be innovative. These are the most important things.
It was a pleasure to speak to you today, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. It was a great learning day for me.
Alright, so with this, we have come to the end of this incredible episode with Mr. Goenka. We learned today that a family business not only requires a past legacy, but also plans for future, which requires innovation. On that note, we will take your leave. See you again next week right here on Icons of the UAE. This is me, Shruti, signing off. You stay inspired, stay iconic.
Many congratulations, sir. It's a brand that brings back so many memories when I look at it, childhood memories. But listening to you, I realize that it's not whether you start with an established brand or you start at zero. It's how your thoughts actually make something that we call you the icon of the UAE. How did you make it possible and how do you feel right at this moment?
First of all, I would like to thank to my people who have supported me in this journey. When I started the business for the international business, it was a very challenging environment. Today, we guys are in more than 75 countries. I have got 90% of the people who are people in the overseas country. They are working for us. So the biggest challenge was to understand the consumer, their psyche, what do they believe in, what product do they want. So literally most of my time I have spent in understanding my consumer, the amount of research work which was being done to tap to 75 countries with people having different type of habits, liking was a huge challenge for us. And we overcame that. And the entire thing was upon the research, the innovation we came out with. We got a huge setup of R&D, which makes us believe that let us give the right product to the right consumer and at an affordable price. So that was one of the biggest things which we started. Today we guys are in more than, I would say, 15 countries where we have got our manufacturing base, and more than 10,000 people are working for the international division in different parts of the world.